Hello everyone, welcome back to this video series on Dynamics 365 customer service. In this episode, we are going to discuss on routing rules and rule items in customer service model. In the previous videos, we were discussing on case management and queue management. So there we discussed on how to create a case and then how to manually add a case to a queue. Okay. But here we will discuss a new topic called routing rules. With the help of routing rules, we can automatically add a case to any queue. For that, we need to set up some rule items in the system. Once everything is done, we don't have to worry about adding the case manually to a queue. Instead, system will take care of it. Whenever a new case record is created, it will check for the matching conditions, and based on that, the case will be automatically added to a relevant queue. Here we have two separate scenarios. One is cases that are created automatically, and another thing is cases that are created manually. If a case got created automatically, then the routing rules will be automatically applied. We don't have to do anything. But in case, if the case is manually created, then as a user, we might need to click on save and route button or apply routing rule button. Save and route button is available within case form itself. And this apply routing rule is something we can select multiple records and we can click on this apply routing rules from case view page. Okay. With this, we will move to our application and we will see how to configure or how to set up routing rules and rule items and how the cases are linked with queues using routing rules. Now I'm in customer service admin center app. To set up routing rules, we need to go to this routing sub area under customer service. And here we have basic routing rule sets. The concept of routing rule is applicable only for case records. Okay. And in the system, we can create multiple routing rule sets, but we can have only one routing rule as active at the moment. Okay. So that is something we need to remember. We can create multiple routing rules, but only one routing rule can be set active. And within each routing rules, we can create multiple rule items. If we want to assign high priority cases to a high priority queue, then for that we can create one rule item. And similarly, if we want to assign a premium customer support ticket to a premium support queue, then we can add one rule item for that. Okay? But at the moment, we can have only one routing rule as active. So this is something I have already created. If we want to create a new routing rule, we just need to click on this new button. We need to give a name. And once we give a name and if we click on save, the rule items tab will be or the rule items grid will be open for you. Here we need to add multiple rule items. Okay. For now, we will go back to the one that I have already created. I named this as route cases, and currently I just added only one rule item here for high priority case. This routing rule set record is just a placeholder. Within rule items only, we need to specify the conditions. In our case, what we are going to do, right, whenever a case with priority as high got created, we need to assign that particular case record to priority queue. Okay, for that I created this rule item. I will open this rule item now. First, we need to name the rule item, and then we have something called rule criteria. This is the place where we need to specify the logics or conditions to meet. Okay, so here I have given like priority of the case equals high. Whenever the case priority is equal to high, then the action we need to take is I want to route this particular case to queue record. So since this is already active, I'm not able to edit. Otherwise, for this particular drop down, I will be seeing another option called user RT. Okay, I will show you that as well. And once the queue is selected, then we need to specify the queue name. Here I just marked a priority queue. So whenever priority of the case is high, then that particular case should be routed to priority queue. Okay. In the same way, we can create multiple rule items. So since this is already active, I'm not able to create. I will just go back to another draft routing rule, and here I will show you. Okay. So as I said, here we will be able to add multiple conditions. Okay. And then in the route to option, we have two things. One is queue, or we have this user or team. If I want to route this case to any queue, then I need to choose this option. In case if I want to route the particular case which is matching this rule criteria to any user or team, then I need to choose this option. And here I need to select either the user or the team record. Okay. For now, we will go with queues only. So just go back to the one that I created. So this is our scenario for the day. So we have created one routing rule set, and here we are just checking for high priority case. And once a high priority case is created, then it will be mapped to priority queue. As we discussed in our previous introduction part, I told you like this routing rules will be applicable only when a case got created automatically. If a case got created manually, then it is our responsibility to route that case. Okay. And automatic case is something will be created whenever we configure automatic record creation and update rules. Already you might be aware of this functionality, automatic record creation and update rules. Here I will show you that I have already created one automatic record creation and update rules. So basically this functionality is whenever an activity is created, like phone call or email or any other activity got created in the system, this record creation and update rules will automatically convert that activity into a case. In that case, the case is getting automatically created so that the routing rules will also be applied. Okay. Here I have already created this record creation and update rule for phone call activity. And whenever a phone call activity is created with priority as high, then a case record will be created. I have already made a detailed video on record creation and update rules. I will give you the link in the description. If you are interested, you can check that video. For now, we will directly go to customer service workspace app. And now we will see different scenarios. What will happen if we manually create a case, and what will happen if case got created automatically. From here, I will go to cases page. Now I will create a new case manually. Okay. I will give the title, and as per our routing rule, I will set the priority as high. Okay. And I will save this case. And now if you see, I created a case with priority as high. And as per our routing rule, whenever a case got created with priority as high, then it should be mapped to a queue called priority queue. But here, since I created this manually, the particular case is not getting assigned to any queue. This record is not added to any queue. I will refresh the page once. And here within queue item details also, I'm not seeing any value here, which means since I created this case manually, it is not getting assigned to any queue. Okay. Now we will check the automatic case creation process. Okay. For that, since I have already configured this record creation and update rules for phone call activity, okay, I will now create a phone call activity now. Broadband issue. So incoming call from customer, and here I will map the customer name under regarding. Okay, so here the customer is calling the support phone call number, and then the customer is raising some broadband issue. It's incoming call, and here I will set this phone call activities priority to high. The reason why I am setting to high is in my automatic record creation and update rules, I have set like whenever the phone call activities priority is high, then only a case record should be created automatically for this phone call activity. So that's why I am setting the priority as high, and I will save this record. Record is now saved. I will wait for some 5 seconds and I will refresh the page to see if case got created for this phone call activity. I will refresh now. Now you can see the case got automatically created for my phone call activity. Now I just created this phone call activity with priority as high. The moment I saved, automatically a phone call record, sorry, automatically a case record got created with the same name as per my phone call subject. Okay. Now I will click on my case record, and this is my case that got created. And in the timeline, I can see the phone call that got created. Okay. From this phone call activity only, this case got created. And this is an automatically created case now. And here, if I go to this queue item details, you can see my case is now linked to priority queue. And if I click on this queue item details, here also I will be able to see the queue. Okay, which means whenever we create a case record automatically, the routing rule concepts will be applied. Okay, now we will see what we need to do for manually created a case. Okay, so this is our previous example where we created this case record manually, and you can see that the queue is not linked with this case record. So here, what we need to do, right? We need to click on this save and route. For manually created case, it is our job to click on save and route button. It will ask us some question. I just need to click on this route. And if you see, this case is also a high priority case. Now, if I, sorry, I think this is the case. Yeah. So now you can see for my manual case also, after clicking on save and route button, it is getting added to a queue record based on the condition I have set in my routing rules. Okay. This is one way. And another option is from case view, if you want to route multiple cases manually, then you can select the cases as per your requirement. And then you have a button called apply routing rule. Now, if I click on this button, all four cases will be sent to routing rule, and all four cases will be individually evaluated based on the rule item that we have set. And if there are any high priority case, then those cases will be added to priority. Okay. I hope you understood how the routing rules is applicable for automatically created case and manually created case. But here, one difference is there. Okay. Whenever you work with customer service workspace app, okay, and if you create a manual case using this main form from case view, if you click on new case button and open main form, and if you create a case, then it will be treated as a manual case and routing rule will not be applied. But in case from this customer service workspace app, if you try to click on this plus button at the top, okay, now if I click on case, it will open a quick create case form. Okay, from here, if I create any case record, then it will be considered for routing. Okay, we will check that scenario as well. I will just name it as test quick create form. And I will just set the priority as high, save and close. Refresh the page once. Yeah, now you can see, even though it is a manual case, but since I created it using quick create form, it is considered for routing. Okay, so this is something we need to remember. So if you are creating a manual case using quick create form, then you don't need to worry about clicking on apply routing rule or save and route button. Okay. I hope this video is very useful for you in understanding routing rules, rule items, and how the routing rules are applicable for automatic cases and manual cases. And we also see one unique feature of quick create form. So if you like this video, I would request you to hit like and subscribe to my channel. See you in next video. Thank you.